Welcome back to my channel. Today's Wednesday, March the
Hi guys,
6th.
welcome back to my channel. And why is that button not good? Fix?
There's nothing wrong with the button. Okay, let me finish. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that I'm still at Jill's babysitting. I'll be here a few more days. And I did want to try to make a cooking video in her kitchen while I was here, but as soon as I got here, I started having tummy troubles, cramping and all the things that go along with an upset tummy. And then about the time that started getting better, I woke up this morning with a head cold and a sore throat and a little bit of laryngitis. So I'm just a little under the weather. But y'all know that I did make all of those videos when I was driving down the Belt Parkway to Long Island the other day. So I have one more of those left. It's about a girl named Terry. So I will attach it to this, and that's going to have to be my upload for Wednesday. So just hang tight, and I'll be back home this weekend and be back in the kitchen and hopefully cook up some good food and have some good recipes for you. But I just want y'all to know that I appreciate you watching my videos and for all of your sweet and kind comments, your love and your support. And if you're just passing through, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe to a YouTube channel. And if you hit the little bell, then you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And that would mean so much to me. And I just want to thank you. I know that time is a precious commodity, and it's always in short supply. So for you to spend time with me, it's very much appreciated. And I want you to know how much I appreciate you, and I love you. And I will attach that video.
Let me talk to them for a minute.
Okay.
Hi guys, this is my name Issa, and I bought lots of toys here. I bought an awesome sleigh toy, and I love playing with it because it has water in it.
Yeah, and you made a water mess too, didn't you?
Yeah, because I love mess.
Who had to clean it up?
Me.
Okay. Tell them to please subscribe and
Please
subscribe.
Please subscribe and
y'all just
keep on coming back and press the subscribe button.
Okay, bye now. Bye.
Bye.
Guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm still in 5 mile per hour traffic on the Belt Parkway. I'm heading up towards John F. Kennedy Airport, so it does get heavy here, especially this time of the day. It's, school just let out and just a lot of traffic. But anyway, it gives me time to talk to y'all. So I have another story about one of the girls that I met when I lived in the recovery home. Her name was Terry, and she was an alcoholic. Her story, she had gotten some DUIs, so in order for her to stay out of jail, she decided to, or she was ordered to go into rehab and then live in the recovery home for 6 months. So that's how I met her, and she was a Mississippi girl. She was from Hattiesburg, and she had a good life. She had loving parents who were good to her. She had a older sister, and they were real close and everything. And her sister went on to college, and she became a very successful attorney. In fact, she is the attorney for the Salvation Army. And the attorney firm that she works for is located here in New York on Fifth Avenue. And I did get to meet her. Her name was Carol. She was real sweet, and she and her husband live in Ridgewood, New Jersey, and
he's the stay-at-home Mr. Mom, and she works. But her husband was an attorney too, but he got burnt out, so he stayed at home and he's raising their two sons. But anyway, Terry, she didn't finish college, but she got a good job with the United States Post Office, and she was working as a letter carrier. And back then, I'm talking about 20 years ago, she was making $20 an hour, and doing real good. And she was married, and she had two sons also. Well, she got into a relationship with another married man at the post office. I think his name was Paul. So they started having this, hot and heavy love affair. So it went on for about a year. So Terry divorced her husband, and Paul was going to divorce his wife, and they were going to get married. Well, Terry found out that Paul was also having an affair with another woman. So everything just imploded, So she and Paul broke up, and then, she didn't have her husband anymore or her home. So she just went berserk, and she went into a liquor store in Hattiesburg and told the salesman that she wanted the strongest alcohol that he had. Well, he gave her a bottle of Evan Williams. And y'all, she drank that bottle, and she drank and drank, and she was immediately addicted. She had never even tasted of alcohol. A lot of counties in Mississippi are dry, so it's not like you can just pull into an alcohol store and buy it. It's you have to drive a long way sometimes to get from a dry county to a wet county. But anyway, Terry was living in New Beginnings there with me, and of course us Mississippi girls, we we have to stick together. So we got to be real good friends. Well, it wasn't long. Terry's father had already passed, but then her mother passed. And out of her mother's passing, she inherited the money from her mother's estate. So by the time she finished her 6 months in the recovery home, she had a lot of money. So she got herself a little apartment and everything, and moved into it, and I helped her. She, we had bought her some furniture and everything, and she was getting settled, in the apartment and all. Well, the therapy that we were going to, the AA meetings there at the Lakeview Psychiatric Facility, she met a man in there. I don't remember his name. But anyway, she started having him over to her apartment. Well, he was a recovering alcoholic too. Well, he got drunk one night. I think they both got drunk. Y'all, and he beat the living daylights out of her. Oh. I mean, it was just horrible. I don't remember how I found out about it, but I did find out that she was in the hospital. By then, I was living in my own little cottage. So I went to see her, and she was just in bad shape. I mean, her brain was swollen, and they had her head all bandaged up and everything. And so I had to call her sister in New York and tell her, look, you've got to come to Pensacola because your sister is in really bad shape. So her sister flew into Pensacola Airport, and I went and picked her up and took her to a motel or hotel there, and then we went to the hospital. And so she stayed there with Terry and Terry's two sons. They were old enough to drive and everything, so they came to see their mother, and there was really nothing more that the doctors could do for her. She lapsed into a coma, and her brain was so swollen and everything that she died. It was so sad, y'all. The alcoholism, it's just a horrible addiction and horrible disease. And I hope y'all that are going through it yourself, that you will reach out and get some help, y'all, because there is help. There are professionals out there who will help you. if you have insurance through your employer, or if you have Medicaid or Medicare, they will pay for you to go to recovery. So don't wallow in that drunken, stage all the time, and just hurt yourself and hurt your family. And, when you stay drunk like that all the time, you end up losing your job, and you're going to lose your home and your family. And it's just not worth it. So y'all, go into rehab and get into a good Alcoholics Anonymous group and work that program. It does work. It worked for me. I'm clean and sober now, going on 20 years. And a lot of my meetings were and still are with AA. So y'all pray about it and follow this Christian, well, it's not really a Christian program, but it is a spiritual. AA is a spiritual program. You can believe whatever spiritual deity that you wish, but it works, and I would encourage you to get help. And for the families, there is Al-Anon, which is the group that meets to support the family members of alcoholics. So life does get better, and don't ever give up hope. And y'all just keep on coming back. Bye, guys. This to the story that I was just telling y'all about my friend Terry, who was from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. When she left the recovery home, her mom had died and had left her, money from the estate. But Terry was waiting to get it, so she rented a room in one of these executive suites, or, long stay suites, or whatever they are. Well, she relapsed immediately on the alcohol. So I kept calling on her cell phone, and she would, try to answer it, and, she would be mumbling her words and everything. So I went over there, and her door was open. She had not even closed the door or locked it or anything. She was sitting there on her bed, y'all, just all slumped over and drinking. And she had a bottle of that Evan Williams with a death grip. I mean, a death grip on that bottle. And she was just slugging it. And so I called 911. And, I know she had been in that drunken stupor for over 3 days. She had not eaten or anything. And she stunk. She was sitting there on the bed, and you could see her butt crack and everything. I mean, her clothes were hardly even on her. She was just a pitiful mess. I felt so bad for her and so sorry for her. So I called 911, and they came and got her, and there were these 2 young EMTs. And so they tried to get that bottle of Evan Williams out of her hand and couldn't. I mean, she had a death grip on there. All 3 of us tried to pry her fingers off of that bottle, and we couldn't. So they put her on, it was some type of little, almost like a little chair type gurney thing with wheels on it. She was up on like the 2nd or 3rd floor. So they carted her off on that little gurney down the stairs with her hand with that death grip on that Evan Williams. Y'all, it's so sad. So, you got to get help. You just can't live like that. It's just horrible. And I would just encourage you to go to some type of mental health facility and get clean and sober, and go straight from there into a recovery home. There are facilities, and there are people who love you and will do everything in their power to help you. And y'all keep on coming back. Bye, guys.
Hey, Eee-fay. Hey. Can you say hi this morning? Grandma's got laryngitis, huh? Grandma's got laryngitis. I'm going to show everybody your jellies, your little jellies. Your mama used to wear these in the 1980s. Yes, you did. Oh, you're a beautiful little girl. And show everybody your little daisy earrings. Your little daisy earrings. You're just a cutie pie, aren't you? 6 months old already. Yes, you are. Take that bottle out of your mouth and say hi. Say hi. Hi. Kitchen, 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 kitchen. Kitchen, 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 kitchen. Kitchen, 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 kitchen. Grandma loves you. Grandma loves you. You get so excited when you see your bottle. Look at those eyes. Oh, bye-bye. Say bye-bye.